Hello dear students, let us see this topic today, reported speech, questions expressing command or request. Now we have been doing regarding imperative sentences so far. So it is in a way like if the imperative sentence is in question form, expressing command or request, or you can say invitation, then how we are going to convert that from direct speech into indirect speech. Now what kind of questions you can have over here? Like if you have questions beginning with will you or would you or could you or can you. Okay. Whenever we have the questions beginning with will you, would you, could you, can you, there are the other possibilities also, and they express command, request, or invitation, then how we are going to convert those questions from direct speech to indirect speech. This will become clear with the help of this example. Suppose she said, would you close the gate, please? Now, the moment we listen to the question, would you close the gate, please? We can determine the expression as if the speaker is requesting somebody to close the gate. Okay? That is, the question is expressing request. So, how we are going to do the changes over here? This will simply become she requested me, or you can write him, or you can provide any other object to close the gate. Can you see similarity between the imperative sentences we did last time and the questions expressing commands, requests, or invitation? Now it is a conversion from direct speech to indirect speech. Is more or less similar, isn't it? So what are the changes that have occurred? I'm showing you step by step. First of all, the reporting verb is changed into ask or request followed by an object. This you have seen in case of imperative sentences. Then we have verb in the imperative. Verb in the imperative is changed into a 2 plus infinitive. Okay. Now what is the verb in the imperative over here? It is simply close. This is verb in the imperative. Verb in the imperative means that is it is the main verb in the question or in the statement. Okay. And this verb we have to convert into 2 infinitive, or you can say 2 plus verb in the indirect speech. So this verb in the imperative is changed into a 2 plus infinitive as in an ordinary imperative. Okay. Thereafter, That is, what is the change we see over here? This close becomes too close. That is infinitive in the indirect speech. Now, the next change that we see is questions like, or the question word like would you, will you, and so forth, they are left out. Okay? If we have words like please or kindly, they are also left out. Why it is left out? Because the moment we listen to the question like would you close the gate please, we can understand the expression, that is the speaker is requesting the listener in order to, that is to close the gate. So because please is only giving the sense of request, that's why we are using the reporting verb request over here. V2, this is reporting verb. And because this please has been converted, or the please is giving the sense of request, that is why we are using the reporting verb as requested here. As the sense is same in the indirect speech, that's why the words like please or kindly is left out. So what are the changes we see? Reporting verb is changed into ask or request and the object is provided. If the object is already there in the reporting clause, then it's alright. If it is not there, then we have to provide the object. Then verb in the imperative is changed into a 2 plus infinitive. That is the verb which is used, the main verb which is used in the imperative, that is converted into 2 infinitive. The same as we saw in case of ordinary imperatives. Questions like question word like will you, would you, will you, can you, could you, might you, whatever it is, they are left out. If there are words like please or kindly, they are also left out because please or kindly, they are giving the sense of request in the indirect speech and they are used as the reporting verb there. That's why the words like please and kindly are left out. The same thing which we saw in the imperative sentences. Okay, let's say another example. Example 2. He said, will you keep quiet? Will you keep quiet? Now see this. The moment we listen to this question, will you keep quiet, we can understand the expression in this way that the speaker is asking somebody to keep quiet. It may not be a request, but it may not be a request, it may not be a command also, but there is a mix of command and request. Okay, so we can simply use this reporting verb like ask. So this simply becomes he asked me to keep quiet. Okay, so let us see whether we have applied all the above rules or not. You see, first of all, reporting verb is changed into ask or request. Yes, here it becomes asked. Then we have the object. Okay, this is the reporting verb. Then we have the object. Then we have the 2 plus infinitive, or that is 2 plus verb, which we are getting from the verb in the imperative, which is keep, and the rest of the things. Okay, so what you have to keep in mind that whenever the questions they are expressing command, request or invitation, they follow the same rule as of imperative sentences. Now, let's see an exception in this case. It is not exception altogether, but you can see, but you can just raise the question. Then, what is the difference between the interrogative sentences? that we used last time, and and the kind of questions that we are seeing now. What is the difference? There is a difference, and sometimes we get confused that what kind of rules we must follow whenever we have interrogative sentences, because the same interrogative sentence you can find um, working as a normal question and also functioning as a command or request. Okay, but everything depends upon the kind of expression that it gives. Let me show you with the help of this example. Suppose she said, "Will you go home by bus?" And there is another sentence or a question. She said, "Will you give me your book?" Now, what is the difference between these two questions? You can see that basically they are the questions itself, but still there is a difference. What is the basic difference that we see in both the questions? The first question, look at it very carefully. Will you go home by bus? Now, the moment you listen to the question, you feel as if the speaker wants to know something from the listener, or the speaker is seeking information. Will you go home by bus? It feels as if the speaker wants an information. Now, the rule goes in this way that whenever the question is seeking information, then it will simply follow the rules of interrogative sentences. That is, if the question is seeking information, or if the question demands information, then it will simply follow the rules of interrogative sentences that we convert from direct speech to indirect speech. So this will simply become, she asked me if or whether, you can use any of the conditions, I would go home by bus. Okay? See how the changes have been made here in the indirect speech. We have the reporting verb ask because it is simply a question. We have the object over here. Object you have to supply, otherwise the reference is not clear. Then, as we have already seen under interrogative sentence, that we use conditionals. It can be either, if, or whether. Then the ordinary changes, or you can say the changes that we ordinarily make when we convert statements from direct speech to indirect speech. That is the change in the pronoun, the change in the tense, and the other arrangements that we do. So this will simply become, she asked me if or whether I would go home. Now remember, you have to that is understand from the question itself whether the question is seeking information, or whether the question is simply or whether the question is simply expressing command or request or invitation. If the question is expressing command or request or invitation, then it will follow the rules of imperatives that we did a little while ago. She said, "Will you give me your book?" So, the moment we listen to this question, we can simply understand that it is about request. Okay? There can be many examples of questions which can, suggest command or invitation. So here the question is suggesting or expressing request. So this will follow the rule of imperative sentences, that is conversion of imperative sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. This will become, she requested me to give her my book. Okay? Now, what you have to keep in mind, if the question is seeking information, it will follow the rule of converting interrogative sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. If the question is expressing request, command, or invitation, that will follow the rule of imperative sentences when they are converted from direct speech to indirect speech. This is the only difference. Please do not get confused regarding this. Okay. So this finishes your that is the course of reported speech that you have. That is regarding commands and requests, statements and questions. Now I'm going to do with you an additional topic, that is how the exclamatory sentences are converted from direct speech to indirect speech, and how wish and desire is expressed in indirect speech. They are the additional topics. Earlier you had in your course, but now it is scrapped. But still we will be seeing that in a brief way, so that if you get any of that question in the examination, you would be able to do that. Okay, so I'll be doing that in the next video. Thank you.